Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Smashified Trophies. This is the third installment for Mother Month, even though Mother Month is sort of over, but it's not really because Mother Month is not an actual month, it's just a period of time that we've designated. Is it the fourth? What?
Masked Man Eve.
Oh, does Masked Man count? Okay, I wasn't thinking Masked Man counted. Oh, what? It was slightly before May, so I wasn't counting
extended. This is the longest month of history.
Fine. Fourth installment. I am Artsy Omni. With me today, we have Chris.
Hey.
Nathaniel.
Hey.
And we have a special guest today. We have RelaxAlax, well-known Smash YouTuber. So, welcome to the Smashified party here at Discord. And we are looking at the sculpting process for Mecha Drago. I'm gonna say Drago. Maybe it's Drago. I don't know.
Maybe. I go by Drago. When I was playing through. Drago.
But
I already love the stubby little arms he has.
Yeah, like this whole process.
Just leave them like that.
Not gonna lie, I love them too. They're super comical. Andrew was mentioning it the other day. He's like, when you get to see the end of the process, it's his fat, chubby arm next to his little like Freddy Krueger claw, and it's just it's so good.
Yeah. But you're doing this in ZBrush, right?
Yes, this is actually, just to put a little plug in it, this is going to be our first ever tutorial. We're going to release this on Gumroad. Now that it's over, I'm going to record a commentary track over the whole process, which is like 11 hours long. And
it's going to be an 11-hour tutorial? Like in total? Oh man.
Yeah, I might speed up some parts, but it's going to be awesome. And so hopefully the goal of the tutorial is by the end of the day, you'll be able to do this yourself. So
that's incredible. Fun with that. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm not editing the audio for that one.
Yeah, that is long. Oh my
man, that's going to take a long time to encode for Premiere Pro.
Should be fun.
Let's not worry about that right now. So Lax, you're a relatively huge fan of Mother, I presume?
So you may know recently, like, I did, like, Know Your Moves on Ness and Lucas, so... Yeah. But I've always loved those characters. I had a bit of a history with Earthbound, but I didn't play Mother 3 until I did that video. So, and I was determined I only wanted to do their video until I took the time to play both of their games, like, completely, and understand, like, because it's a very beloved series, and I don't want to just, like, not do it the justice it deserves. So, played through Earthbound, and I played through Mother 3. If I had to choose, I think Earthbound's more of my favorite, but I want to play Mother 3 again because I want to, like, you know what, maybe, because a lot of people like that game more, and I'm like, it's like, you ask different Mother fans, and it's like, one or the other.
Yeah. I think yeah, good one.
Yeah, but relatively big Mother fan. I love the series.
Okay, cool.
It's funny because whoever you ask, they always have a different answer.
Yeah.
I've had this discussion quite a few times now since this is towards the end of Mother Month, and a lot of people have picked Mother 2, Mother 3, even the first one, so...
I haven't played the first one. Not yet, anyways. I have it on Virtual Console.
An LP of that one, but I've watched LPs of both Earthbound and Mother 3, and I think it's interesting because, like, both of them kind of emphasize different things for the fandom. I think from a story perspective, maybe people like Earthbound more because it's a little bit more, like, bombastic and epic, whereas Mother 3 is a little bit more of a smaller story and scope. But I think Mother 3 mechanically as a game is stronger for some people, and I think that's a lot of why it kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different things in each of them where one part is stronger and the other isn't, because for the things that some people like about Earthbound, you can go and other people will be like, that's what I don't like about it. It's just like all over the place. It's so 1990s type of game, whereas Mother 3 actually it improved a lot of like the mechanical stuff about Earthbound and made it better, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Especially the running, because running, you don't realize how important that is.
Yeah, I've only played a little bit of Earthbound. I've never played Mother 3. I had never finished Earthbound, but it's a very charming game. Like, immediately, as soon as you start playing it, it's such a quirky franchise, and I just really like everything about it, and I wish it was more well-known. Who knows? E3 is happening as we speak, so maybe we'll see Mother 3 announcement.
Maybe
probably
Nintendo
not.
will...
Don't get your hopes up.
My hopes are as low as they could possibly be.
I mean,
except for Zelda.
It can only go up from here.
Yeah, they've kind of told us, dude, chill out. Like, there's nothing at this show except Zelda and a few other things that you already know about. So don't anticipate Mother 3. It's probably not going to happen. And if it does, great, but you know.
We can be the source of hype in the meantime. With our episodes.
We're augmenting the E3 Nintendo experience this year. So enjoy Mecha Drago, as I've heard.
Dragoon.
So the choice to actually model this character was a fan vote. I had a poll on Twitter and selected a couple of interesting bosses from Mother 3, you know, since we're still celebrating the 10-year anniversary, and people overwhelmingly chose Mecha Drago, and I think it's just because it's the first boss in the game, and it's one of those that sort of is really impacting upon you. I mean, not to spoil the game, but it's a really big turning event that after this fight sort of leads how the rest of the game's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a boss I remembered when I played. Just emotionally, not to spoil anything, but you know, emotionally, it was something that really defined what the rest of the game would be about.
Yeah, true, and the theme of the game in general, I think.
Yeah,
really sets the mood.
Yeah. In Mother 3, there's a lot of like, even just looking at the logo, there's kind of this like progress versus tradition sort of stuff going on. So, just a little hint for those of you who haven't played, and hopefully they do localize it. Just wanted to ask you, Chris, earlier that that little thing where you were like drawing dotted lines all over the thing there. That's what you were talking about with like a topology brush, right?
Yes, so just to get into it briefly, ZBrush brushes aren't really brushes, they're kind of tools, and the topology brush is also a tool, and you just basically draw lines as to how you'd like the topology to go. You can have it sort of guess it and make those lines up for you, or you can have it be verbatim, which is what I did. I was like, this is where I want the polygons to go. So nice. It's a nice way to take a sculpture, which is all these crazy information polygon wise, and turn it into something that's feasible and usable.
Yeah, cool. Man, I need to try ZBrush. It looks fun.
It's really fun. I mean, that's the reason why I got into it, is because it took that sort of artistic side of Photoshop that I loved and brought it into a 3D realm, you know, where I'm like in this scene right here, I'm just cutting things out and making shapes. It's clay, but it's 3D, and it's usable, so usable across so many different platforms. It's great.
It definitely looks fun, but like I have like no knowledge about modeling. Like I wish I did, maybe one day in the future, but it looks so daunting to a newcomer because
it is.
Yeah,
oh, gosh.
I'm an artist myself, but not to this extent. It definitely looks cool, and like the final products are just like amazing from like things you've done in the past. Like, yeah, I've never actually said it, but the stuff you make is sick. It's awesome. From a fellow artist, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad
like
you think so.
I'm always like you never cease to amaze me. Like since the Rayman leak, and like, sorry, I'm gushing.
It's like the best part of the team, though, because we come together and we sort of push each other further. So something like this was kind of almost unfeasible a year ago, but because of all the progress we've been making this last year, this is like the average standard for us, and it's awesome.
It's incredible.
And hey, like, on the subject of not knowing how to do 3D, I didn't know anything about 3D modeling until the beginning of this year. Yeah. And I'm doing like the majority of the next character that's about to come out after this. So it's definitely something that you can learn. Yeah. It's
definitely what you make of it. So like you can learn anything if you really put your mind to it.
Oh yeah.
Don't be discouraged if you can't learn as fast as Omni, though. He's just really smart.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it definitely helps to find these like really, 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 really dumbed down tutorials that basically treat you like a 10-year-old, because that's how I had to learn Blender, because it's so like crazy confusing just looking at the interface until you actually understand like why the things are the way they are. And it's so non-standard. I mean, there's not a lot of standardization when it comes to 3D, I found, compared to like painting and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely feasible if you want to learn. Don't be afraid to look up tutorials, and don't be afraid to feel stupid about it, because you have to feel stupid about it. It's a really complex world.
Yeah, for sure, especially modeling. Absolutely. It's absolutely tedious, and like it's only gonna get more tedious down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But quick poll question for you guys: what is your favorite Earthbound/Mother boss? I'll go first. I'll just say this guy. I love Mecha Drago.
Yeah, I already like this. I actually started playing Mother 3.
Oh yeah, nice.
I finally started playing, and I didn't get far, but I got far enough so that I could see this guy. So I'm a little bit biased towards this guy. So
it's a girl.
Oh, I'm gonna edit that part out.
No,
to make myself not look like an idiot, so all the dedicated Mother fans don't kill me.
So you did the music for this guy. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I presume you had to look up the music then. Is that what inspired you to start playing it? Just hearing the music?
Yeah, it was. I guess I really wanted to get into the game and see like what made this character what it was really. Chris asked me to kind of make this a fusion of orchestral and kind of metallic sounds, like industrial sounds. So I really wanted to dig into the actual game to see what it was about, and just to kind of go back and forth between those two concepts.
Okay,
nice.
Guys, favorite boss.
Yeah, it's too hard.
I haven't played the game, so I don't. Well, I've watched the game. Like from what I remember, I mean, Masked Man is a really memorable moment, obviously.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't want to do a cop-out answer like Gygas or Masked Man.
Oh, Gygas is so good, though. I would have said
it's so cool. Yeah. I can go with that. I can't really remember. I'll say there were a lot of, like, mini bosses in the game that were just good. Like, what's his name? Facade. The second one.
Facade is... I hate Facade. He's the worst. He's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But there were just so many, like, in Earthbound, a lot of the enemies you encounter in the overworld, they're just, like, so funny. That's where I really got my enjoyment out of the enemies in the game.
Mm-hmm. Take us out, Omni.
What, my favorite boss?
No, say goodbye. Say goodbye to the people.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we're done already?
We've still got 4 minutes.
We still have a lot more to go.
40 minutes? You said 40 minutes?
4 minutes. What are you talking about? Are you watching the wrong preview?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
What wrong preview? What are you talking about?
There's a shorter preview that we rendered earlier, but we
I'm
made
just
it
gonna
longer.
go with the flow then. This didn't happen.
Smashified.
Yeah, of course
always
not.
professional.
So, looking at this mechanical leg, this is actually one tiny piece of the process that I actually went through and retopologized, that foot that you were just watching. So that was fun. I kind of want to like take Mecha Drago and just make a rigged version of the whole thing, but that'll involve like retopologizing everything. Just because ZBrush topology, if you don't use retopology, then it can be a little bit messy, as I've noticed. But for a static trophy, it's perfectly adequate. But I would love to be able to like move this guy around and like, man, if people could get their hands on the model, if it was rigged, and make like an assist trophy out of it, like,
oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that would be so
That'd
cool.
Be awesome.
That would be cool.
But yeah, Smash modding is becoming a thing. A lot of people ask us, are you guys going to get involved in Smash modding? And we have to answer pretty frequently, but our stance on that is we care more about the high-level design of characters more than the implementation of them. So, I mean, if you want to make a mod out of what we create, we give you guys access to the all of the 3D models on Patreon. So if you guys do want to support us, we'll give you back by letting you play with our toys. So definitely consider joining us on Patreon. But
oh, speaking of which, we have posters on there now. So if you always wanted to get a poster, they're on there.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I'm looking at about 20 of them right now. Pretty great.
Nice.
Of all the renders, right?
Yes,
all of the splash screens that we did, like the newcomer style, like blah 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 does blah.
What about some of that splat shine stuff?
Oh, I got a lot of those right behind me as well. I'm just living in poster land.
I still want one of those posters.
I got one with your name on it.
Yes.
Maybe we'll be giving some of those away at an upcoming event that we haven't announced yet.
Cough, cough.
That's a thing happening.
Maybe we'll announce that. Maybe we'll announce that very soon.
Yeah, very soon in the coming days. But coming up close to the end of the process, we've got about a minute left. I think the one big thing that I enjoyed about this process, because Chris did all of the sculpting, but I'm the one who did the turnaround drawing for the design, and interpreting the design from the sprite was a lot of fun. And just like with Masked Man, there's a lot of interpretation that you have to do with a sprite like that because there's no official art. So this cannon thing was like, what is that thing in his mouth? Who knows? And that cannon was actually pulled from the pig mask thingy.
Natural Killer Cyborg.
Natural Killer Cyborg, that thing. And we decided to simplify it a bit before the end, but now Chris is just putting in some projected textures and putting on materials, and you are about to see the final product in 3, 2, fade. Here it is. Mecha Drago,
Drago. It's my favorite part. Every time.
Oh, I love watching metal, especially out of keyshot. It's so nice.
Yeah. That cannon looks really cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, how it's just sitting in the dark mouth, lighting it up. We actually had a discussion on whether or not to include it, because it's in the game, there's clearly something there, but none of her attacks insist that there's like a cannon. There's a fire breath attack, but it's not like a laser beam blast.
Right, yeah.
But it looked really nice. So.
Well, that's it for this episode, so thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out RelaxAlax's channel. He's got some pretty cool Smash and Overwatch related stuff. And be sure to check out Smashified, the main series, Splatshine. Check out the Patreon page to see how you can help us continue to create really cool stuff like this. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.